Hi everyone, this is a cheap mains voltage testing screwdriver. I've had this for absolutely ages, but I stopped using it some time ago and I really recommend that you don't use it either. There's a few issues with it, which I'll run through in a bit, but first I'll just quickly show you how it works and then you'll see why I have issues with it. Now, as I said, these are very cheap and very common, and you're probably going to find these in most DIYers' toolkits. Let's look at the mechanics of how these little pocket testers actually operate. Using one is incredibly straightforward. You stick the metal tip into a terminal and place your finger directly on the metal cap at the top of the handle. If the circuit is live, a tiny internal neon bulb lights up. However, this design immediately introduces our first major problem: visibility. The glow from the little neon bulb is notoriously weak. If you are working in a brightly lit room, say under some garage strip lights or anywhere outdoors, it is incredibly difficult to see if it's actually illuminated. However, if you turn off the overhead lights, the glow becomes obvious. When your finger touches the top cap, the light shines. Take your finger away and it goes dead. But relying on a tool where you have to squint or cup your hand around just to see if the wire is live is a massive safety hazard in my opinion. This brings us to the most alarming aspect of these little screwdriver testers: how they complete the circuit. Think about it for a second. To turn on any light, you need a complete circuit, a live feed coming in and a return path going out. When you insert a single metal tester prong into a live terminal, there is no return wire. So where exactly is that electricity going to complete the circuit? The unsettling answer is straight into you. By placing your finger on the end of this handle, your body acts as the path to ground. You are physically completing the mains-powered electrical circuit with your own flesh and bone. At this point, you're probably wondering, if mains voltage is traveling through my finger, why don't I get a massive electric shock? To understand that, we have to look at what's hidden inside the handle. The internal anatomy of a typical neon tester contains a few basic components arranged in series. There's a metal stem, the exposed shaft that directly contacts the live terminal. There's a resistor, a tiny high resistance component attached directly to the stem. Then there's a neon bulb connected to the other side of the resistor. And then finally, the spring, a small metal coil just linking the bulb to the metal contact button at the very top of the handle. When you touch the top button, mains current travels up the stem and hits the resistor. The resistor is designed to massively choke down the current to a microscopic safe level, just a fraction of a milliamp. That tiny trickle of power is enough to illuminate the sensitive neon bulb before harmlessly passing through your finger and down to earth. In an ideal world, that works perfectly, but in reality, it relies on a very cheap component never failing. And therein lies the potential fatal flaw and why I have issues with it. The plastic handle housing all these components is entirely hollow. Because there is an open void inside, it only takes one small internal failure to turn this tool into a direct conduit for lethal voltage. I imagine there could be two scenarios. Mechanical failure, a tiny piece of internal spring snaps off or deforms, slipping down inside the hollow casing and bridging the gap between the metal stem and the top contact point. Or moisture or dirt. You leave the screwdriver in a damp toolbox, a cold garage, or use it outside. Condensation or dirt builds up inside the hollow handle, creating a highly conductive path right across that resistor. If that resistor is bypassed or bridged by the water or metal debris, there is absolutely nothing left to protect you. The moment you touch the top cap to test the wire, unregulated mains voltage will shoot straight into your finger. My top tip: any tool that requires you to physically become part of a live main circuit just to see if it's dangerous is fundamentally a bad design. It's simply not worth the gamble. I'm pretty surprised these are actually still for sale. There's much better and safer tools available. Something like this, for example, a non-contact voltage tester, is much better just because there's no contact parts and you're not forming part of the circuit. And if you're working on a socket circuit, you could also use one of these socket testers. These again light up as well as making an audible noise when they're live. They're very cheap and really useful for most DIYers. I've made a video for this particular socket tester and I'll leave a link in the video description in case you want to check it out. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe for more. Take care, everyone.